Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Only this signing. And then we're going to move on to Marcus Rashford, guys. What's going on in the Marcus Rashford head and his brother, Dwayne Winard? I mean, obviously, as his brother, as his agent, he has to sort of tell him, Marcus, be a footballer, think straight. Bayern Munich is coming and knocking on the door, and you only want to dance with Barcelona. Well, you know that Barcelona is looking at Nico Williams, which is kind of a little bit stalling at the moment. But our fear for United's sake is that Barcelona are opportunities. They know the situation. At the end of the window, they're probably going to come to United and say, okay, we take him, but it's a loan with an option to buy, right? I would say, like,
I don't want him on the tour, man, because if he has a good tour, if he starts scoring and he's like, oh yeah, he puts the pitches out, fist pumping, training hard, then the sympathy vote, Rashford FC, Player FC comes out. No, he's got to come back in. He's got to come back in. He's not, you know, like, he's showing his commitment. He's scoring goals in the friendlies and all that. He's got to be the starting. No. He burnt his bridges, and if he comes back, it undermines the manager. If he comes back into that team, it undermines the manager. And because if you remember last season, Sancho played in the pre-season under Ten Hag. He played in a few games. He played in Scotland against Rangers at Edinburgh, just to put him in the shop window. He had to back down, and so we have to play him. So I don't want United and any of us to do this to undermine Rúben Amorim. It could happen.
Yeah.
You know it can.
Yeah.
But would we want him back? That's the thing. I don't want him back. I don't want him being back stinking up the place. His attitude is terrible.
Amorim doesn't want him back, does he? I mean, Amorim would have never let him go out on loan if he actually wanted him around, and if he thought he had a role in his squad. He obviously didn't like his attitude and his effort levels, and probably systematically thought, well, he's another one that doesn't quite fit the system. And like, there's talks of him going to Barca and playing number 9. I mean, I don't know about you, but that makes me laugh, because he's not Thierry Henry, you know, he's not that level of a number 9. He's better out on the wing, running at people. He's even a bit of a headless chicken at that, really, if we're being honest. He's more Raheem Sterling than Vinny Jr. or whatever. So there you go, really. And they won't, you know, like Andy was saying about Juventus fans, they won't put up with mediocre performances regularly there at number 9 at Barca either. So, like, I agree with what Jarvis was saying. Bayern Munich or Germany, it's probably the best fit for him, because they pay really well. They can pay, like,
they have money,
400k a week or something.
I mean, if he's got eyes on the World Cup as well, you're playing with Harry Kane. That could be England's forward line in America next year. If they're knocking him in left, right, and centre, it can only benefit England. So going to Bayern Munich as well, I mean, it is a winner-winner.
It is.
Joe, Pig, I want you to play Marcus Rashford agent. Can you do that? Like, and to try to convince Rashford to play with Kane. Go ahead.
Rashford to play with Kane, yeah. Well, let me just. I better just phone Rashford using my phone here very quickly. Hello, is that Marcus? Yes. Hello, Marcus. It's Timo Shafter here. Yes. Just looking to see if you'd be interested in playing with Rodney Trotter up front next season for Bayern Munich, or if you'd rather stay and sit on the bench and collect dust. Let us know what you're thinking. Well, they're offering the same amount of money as Man United. They're offering various Stroopwafels every single week, as well as all the beverages, all the adult beverages you can drink. And they're also said that they'll give you German lessons along with Harry Kane.
Technique,
Exactly, in the beginners class, along with
Big
Harry
sausage,
Kane.
yeah. Big sausage. Big breakfast sausage, yeah. Yeah. Munich festival, yeah. First technique.
Exactly.
But anyway, you get to go to. You get to go to so kinky parties to dress in lederhosen, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, the Fußball is sehr gut in Deutschland,
ja. Ja. Schnell, Tommy Schweinhund.
Und das Wetter ist prima, ja. Und
ja, super.
Und du kannst spielen mit Harry Kane, ja.
Das Ball gespielt, ja. Jarvis, alles gut?
Ja.
Willkommen to Bayern. But no, I mean, just I really hope, I really hope that happens. Oh, you put me on the spot there a little bit. I could have had a little bit prearranged, but either way, I like that link. I think it's the right move for him as well, because he'll probably tear it up in the Bundes, whereas I think he'd struggle in La Liga for Barca up front anyway. I mean, if they're getting Nico Williams, is they're surely not going to want him over there, are they, to the same level?
But could you say that he's a Leroy Sané replacement, because Leroy Sané is going to the Turkish league, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being a, I could see either happening actually, but I think that Barca would only take him on a loan, and I think Bayern Munich would probably be more likely to pay the money up front and take him permanently. Just because if you believe what you hear about Barca, even though they seem to make all these signings, and pay big wages, there's always reports that they're really strapped for cash.
They pulled more things in the last few years and yanked stuff to get financial leeway, and they're still yanking and pulling them now, and we'll be in debt and billions of debt for the end of our days. You know what I mean?
I think personally, I think that's the best solution for Rashford. And if I think logically, if you say the Hurricane, they pay Hurricane 400,000, he might even get more than 350. You know what I mean? And plus, he gets to play with Kane. Plus, he gets to win the Bundesliga. Of course, Bayern always wins. You know what I mean? Except last year, right? But and then he gets to play in Champions League.
They won it like this year. Oh, last year they lost it. Yeah, you're right there.
Didn't they win it 10? They won 10 in a row before that, didn't they? Or something like that. So it's quite funny. Quite funny though how Harry Kane went there and then didn't win the first season he was there.
And you got Eric Dyer there as well, good English mates. You know what I mean? So it's not that he's going to be learning Deutsch that fast. It was.
I say if you buy Rashford, you get Sancho free. Yeah, that's what we should do.
buy one get one free.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I think that I pray to God that he goes to Bayern, because that's the best for the club, and I think that is the best move for Rashford. You can sit and dream of Barcelona, but at the end of the day, it's not you, Marcus, right? If you're, let's say you are Pig. If you are, I know you're married with Mrs. Pig. I know that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually not married, but
okay. Let's say
close enough. I mean, for the purposes of this, yeah.
Yeah. But but let's say let's take us back in timeline before you were pursuing her and chasing her, right? To win her heart. You as a man, you would like to be on top. You would like to be the Lion King. I want to be the one, right?
I don't mind being on the bottom, actually.
Really?
Oh my God!
He's back. You know what I mean? Why should we do all the work?
Exactly. That's it. I've got the energy.
Fair play. But let's say you went on Tinder, let's say we use Tinder and transfer Tinder. Oh, it's a like. You swipe right. Yeah, but she's probably swiped right on many other suitors as well, right? So what I'm trying to say is that when you date somebody, you want to be the winner, right? You don't want to be the sloppy Joe, right? You don't want to come second, right? You want to be wanted. You want to be attractive, right? But if you all of a sudden look at Barcelona saying that, you will play second fiddle, our first priority is Nico Williams. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Rashford, wait a while. And then Barcelona, the big shiny Barcelona that can afford you paying you 400K a week, Champions League and everything, they made your priority. Of course, as a human being, as a man, if you have cojones, right, you would choose the right choice. That's the analogy. What do you reckon?
Did Marcus Rashford have a picture of Lionel Messi on his wall when he was a kid? Being at United when he was young, Is this why he saw the team of 2000 Barca 2008 2009 and he had visions like he saw Thierry Henry, Pep and all that destroy us, Xavi, Iniesta, and deep down, oh God, I fancy Barcelona as a kid. Is this a dream from being a kid? Now he wants this dream, because my dream was to play for Man United. It was the only dream. But all of a sudden now, I want to play with Barcelona. And was it Yamil, the new lad?
Yamil.
The new star for the next 10, 12 years at Barca. This is where it is. This is what he wants.
He was literally quoted as saying that a couple of weeks back, wasn't he? Liking to play with Yamal.
Yeah. King style. I have a dream. Yeah. This is what he wants.
Yeah. But Barcelona, this is where I look at it with Rashford. I don't see him. I know he went to Villa on loan, right? That was just because they were trying to push him out the door. They couldn't get anything done. But even if Villa could afford him, I don't really see him being the sort of player that wants to play for a team like Villa, even though they're better than us right now as a team, right?
No.
He wants to play for a Barcelona. He wants to play for
a big
Munich,
brand.
For the brand, yeah, because he's a big brand and he wants to maintain that big brand. And that's the sort of mentality I think he has. Same with like Sancho and probably Garnacho too. I can't imagine Garnacho going to play for Leverkusen with Ten Hag, even though it might be a good move for him. But I can imagine him going to play for Napoli or Juventus or one of those bigger brands.
Yeah, for all of them, innit? For all of them, they want to get in their respective squads and countries.
Now, guys, I'm going to start a poll because I want to get you guys involved as well. Like, thank you for smashing the likes. We are 46 likes. Disgrace.
Smash the likes, guys.
Hit the likes, people. Jesus.
Jarvis, you can take over while I create a poll, because I want to create a poll. Like, where do you guys? I just want to put the finger on the pulse, like a hardometer. Where do you think Rashford will end up going? Like, So I'm going to start the poll. Jarvis, you can continue talking.
Yeah, okay. Let me talk. There was some news today about Onana. I don't know, guys, if you saw, but also at the same time, Ten Hag is releasing Matej Kovar, the guy who played for us earlier, and he's 25 years of age. He's done well for Bayer Leverkusen, being the second goalkeeper, but he played a lot of games. Would he be a possibility to take back just as a second goalkeeper right now?
Why
do you
not?
reckon?
Yeah.
Why not?
As a second keeper, yeah.
Well, not as a first. He's 6'3", 6'4", so he has a massive range as a goalkeeper. Now he's got a little bit more of experience, so it's worth a punt in my mind.
Maybe check him out in if you could check him out in pre-season or something like that. See if he's got a bit about him. Was it him who played a couple for us last pre-season? Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it him?
Yeah,
he did. I remember in pre-season when he did well actually, didn't he? For a couple of games, I seem to remember. But I don't know. I like the idea of just if we're going to get a goalkeeper, let's go get someone with big experience who's probably more than likely to go in and just slot in and do all right. Like an Edwin van der Sar type signing when we signed him, rather than a De Gea signing when we signed him. Not that De Gea didn't turn out to be amazing. It's just, he was a young, basically 19-year-old or whatever when we signed him, and he wasn't physically there, and took him a bit of time to adapt to the Premier League and the first team football and all of that. Whereas Edwin, playing in Italy and in the Premier League for Fulham, his age, he's got that experience, he's got that proven sort of, that performance level. Same goes for someone like, maybe you could say, Martinez, to a lesser degree, obviously. Emilio Martinez, nowhere near as good as Edwin van der Sar, but at least he's got that experience. He's done good things at big tournaments, big World Cups, and he's played in the Premier League, and he might be obtainable. If not, I like the Diogo Costa link, but he might cost a lot. So
Cost a lot, yeah.
Cost a lot, yeah.
Okay, well, we are done with the outs, I reckon. Garnacho, I don't really want to mention. It looks like Chelsea. I don't know where Chelsea's going to where they're going to fit him. I fear that he might go to Arsenal or Newcastle. We see. Depends on what happens to Anthony Gordon. What do you reckon, guys? The more the merrier. This has been Flying Mick Ruby. This has been Flying Pig. This has been Flying Jarvis Cocker and Flying Andy Tate, or whatever you can call him. Anyway, guys, I owe you, Andy, a truckload of Transformers.
I'll never see him. I'll never see him. You know what I mean? You'll never send them over from the KO shops over there. I've started ordering loads. when you find Timo and AliExpress, man, my mind and my world's opened up now. You know what I mean? My collection will expand.
Yeah.
You can never have so many. You can never have too many Optimus Primes.
No,
that's what we need at Man United right now. To be fair, we need someone who can transform.
Yeah. We need courage. We need strength, and we need we need leadership. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just so proud to get this stream going. We've been talking about it for the past year, Joe. And listen, guys, if you really enjoy the show, leave your comments. And if you want us to come back, we would do another Flying Amorim. So let's keep this going. Depends on how it goes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, guys. It has been a long time coming, and it's great to meet you, Andy, as well. Never spoken to you before. Great chat.
I've watched you.
And also, I've watched you as well, mate. I'd love to do the impression, but I don't want to embarrass myself. So,
don't care, mate. I really don't care.
Because on my channel, I do occasionally, if somebody mentions you, I'll go, he got the job on a technicality of a legend who recommended you. You are nothing. You are a fool, and you're a waste of time. Good night. it's all love, though. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Angry Gingy's taken over from me now. Angry Gingy's the man. If he sees this, you know where I am, Ginge. Come and find me.
Quality.
Legends.
And yourself, Mick, as well. It's been a long time coming. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you.
And Jarvis, of course.
Anytime.
Legends.
Yes.
Anytime you need us on your channel, let us know as well.
Definitely, yeah. We'd love to get all of you guys on my channel sometime for a similar show. That'd be boss.
Yeah,
brilliant.
definitely.
We'll sort it out. Yeah.
Wicked. Jarvis, any last words?
No, well, tomorrow night, Tactical Devils, we will do a show 9 p.m. Hopefully, we will get Graham Bailey on. We are trying to. He said yes, but come some issues up, so we will see. Maybe he will be on tomorrow night.
Your ladies came back from 1-0 down against the Swiss tonight, didn't they? Then
they did. I think they won.
2-1 Norway.
And they missed the penalty as well.
Yeah.
Controversial. Yes. The other way, 30 seconds later, Switzerland were awarded a penalty. It went to VAR, and they said it was offside in the build-up. But how can it be offside? They used the computer lines, so very controversial.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyway, good luck with Graham Bailey. He was supposed to come with me. I know Graham as well, but he had some hospital things. I don't want to talk about personal, but anyway. Guys, it's been a pleasure. The Flying Amorims assembled the squad, and we will see what happens. At any given Sunday, if you watch this in retrospective, if we get 100 likes, you will see Roydon Frost do 1 tablespoon of Carolina Reaper hot sauce. Guys, until then, go check out this legend here. He does gaming. He does... I mean, I watch you every time, Big, anyway. I'm having a laugh anyway.
Oh, thank you,
always
mate.
banter you.
Yeah, you can find us on Flying Pig United on YouTube if you're interested.
That way.
Nice one.
He's that way. Go that way. Sorry. Can't get my fingers straight.
Okay. All good things comes to an end, and it's time to sing like Andrea Bocelli. Time to say goodbye. No. Anyway, brilliant people. Thank you for watching. This has been Mick Ruby here with Jarvis Cocker, Wingman, and Flying Pig United there, and Andy Tate. Go check them all out. Subscribe to their channel. We're out of here, people. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Peace. End.